Now, somewhere on Facebook, Kenyans have ranked Bachelor of Education or education profession as one of the worst courses or professions in Kenya. Now, I've seen comments, and everyone, including teachers, are saying that Bachelor of Education is the worst. I've seen around 3 posts by different people, each of them saying it's not worth being a teacher in Kenya. Now, what's happening is that teaching is a very good course when it comes to flexibility. You can just wake up at 8, go to class, teach, and by 1 or 2, you are out of school going to do your own things. But at the end of the month, you are earning 24,000. After tax, it's 19,000 shillings. Now, teachers are saying that they are the most or the least underpaid people in Kenya. The least underpaid. As a teacher, to earn 100,000 and above is like a miracle. It's very difficult unless you go to teach in a university or international school or a very good private school and as a senior teacher. Now, if it's for these government owned schools, the best you can get is 70,000 shillings per month. And as you know, in this economy, 70,000 will never get you anything good. Because in Nairobi, if land you get nowadays is more than 1 million shillings. So if you earn 70,000, you have children, you are paying rent, you have bills, you can only save something like 20,000. You need more than 7 years for you to save 1 million. Now, what happens is that most teachers, when they get employed, they actually survive on loans. A teacher takes a loan of 2 million, he pays for 15 years, and that loan is for building a house and educating children. And during that time of repaying the loan, it is complete agony. The teacher can even go angry because after paying loan, you'll just remain with something like 10,000 to survive on. So find after 15 years, he has done nothing at all, just for repaying the loan and the house he built. And after 15 years, he takes another loan to do something small or to take his children to college, and then he retires. So by the time he retires, he has nothing, just the house that he built. You now depend on children to feed him, to give him money. So basically, a teacher works to just build his house, but not to develop or to create wealth. In Kenya, the average salary of a teacher is just 30,000 shillings. That's when you include high school, primary, and international schools. It's 30,000 shillings. And if you compare that salary with Mama Mboga, you realize that Mama Mboga earns more money than teachers. Because most Mama Mbogas get around 1,500 shillings per day, which is not taxed. That is profit. That's profit. Even a matatu conductor in Nairobi earns more than a teacher. Yet a teacher went to university, is a graduate, and you find that Mama Mboga dropped out of school in Form 3. Of course, we have other Mamboga who are graduates, but majority of them did not progress past high school. So that is the reality of teaching profession in Kenya. And most teachers are frustrated. They are the ones who pay tax and their salary is very low. So as a teacher, if you want to survive, the only thing you can do is go and start a side hustle. Instead of taking a loan to build a house, take that loan and start a business. You can even buy a posho mill. You can even buy a small car for online business, online taxi business, such that when you're out of school in the evening, you can just go and do that business. But if you rely on the salary, I can assure you, you'll get old without anything. Because as a teacher, even if you do masters, even if you do PhD, you still earn less than 100,000. And in Kenya, if you're earning less than 100,000, you are among the poorest people. Of course, if you are smart enough to spend your money or to invest, you can create wealth. But what can 25,000 do as a teacher? And you cannot blame the government because our resources are few and the teachers are many. You cannot expect over 200,000 teachers to be paid 200,000 each. The more you are in a profession, the less amount you earn. So you have to invest your money so that your side hustle can generate wealth for you. But if you depend on that salary, you'll simply not progress in life. And of course, as a teacher, there are some things you'll only see but not own. You cannot own a Range Rover. You cannot live in Runda. There are estates you cannot own. In an estate where where the price of land is 10 million, you cannot own even 5 million, even 3 million. So basically it means where you live, the level of poverty is very high. So you are classified. So your next neighbors will not be even the lower, even the upper middle class. Your next neighbor is living in a slum. Just check where teachers live. The next neighbor is in a slum. So teaching is one of the worst professions in Kenya in terms of salary, but when it comes to flexibility, it's among the best. So if you want flexibility, go to the teaching profession. But if you don't want to earn little amount, don't go to the teaching profession. Or if you go to teaching profession, then ensure that you become a lecturer, or you teach in the international school, or you go abroad to teach there, especially UK, US, Australia, Canada. I'm very sure you'll earn decent income. Or you simply quit the profession and do other things. That will be okay.